Welcome to ICT Integration Workshop 8.1. This week we're going to be looking at data collecting. Okay, so the three things we're going to look at this time is Google, which is pretty ubiquitous. We're going to look at online testing, and we're going to also look at your marks books, which is the final thing for the course. Okay, so Google is tailored. So whoever you are, whatever computer you're on, whatever platform you're on, wherever you are in the world, Google is tailored specifically for you. So it keeps track of the work that you do, it keeps track of the searches you've done, it keeps track of everything you've already looked at in previous times, and then tailors the search engine to be specific to what you're interested in. So if you put restaurant, then the first thing that comes up is the restaurants in your area. It's not going to come up with restaurants all over the world. It's really powerful, but it's also really scary because it means Google is controlling exactly what we think. In a way, if you said best movie ever, well, the best movie ever is going to should be tailored to be the best movie that you think it is. All right. Also, you get so used to using Google that it gets to the point that you focus on Google and you rely on it to be a point of truth. I'm going to show you how to just Google Advanced Search as well, but to start off with, let's just try Google out. So last week we looked at learning objects. So what I want you to do is go onto Google and look up learning objects. And then I want you to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and have a look at the fifth one on there. So for me, it looks like learning objects instructional design from instructionaldesign.org. If you have a look at yours, and you can see Scoodle here is one of the top ones, but have a look at yours to see if yours is the same. And it's interesting to see whether or not they are the same. All right. The other thing I'm going to do now is look at Google Advanced Search. This is really, really powerful tool. So if we go into here, you've also got Google Scholar as well. Google Advanced Search allows you to look for, be a lot more specific in your searching on Google. So for example, say I'm just about to do a talk on, I don't know, is it gentrification? Okay. But I actually want the problem is I want to do a PowerPoint on this. So if I go down here, this is where I can put in my specific things, either a specific phrase or so on. And then I can go down, I can choose my language, region, sites, domains. So I can actually say, well, actually, I want to make sure it's a .edu, so an educational thing. And under file format, I only want PowerPoints, advanced search. So here it's now come up with 173 PowerPoints on gentrification. All right, and you can go and click any one of these and have a look at them and decide which of them is actually worth it for you. So rather than making all your own PowerPoints, the good thing is you can download other people's PowerPoints, use the information there, and make it your own. If you do, well, as a teacher, I always encourage people to beg, steal, and borrow, and also don't reinvent the wheel. So if you are going to use someone else's PowerPoint, then when you get into the room and have a look at it first, but when you get in to do your teaching, I always cite where the PowerPoints come from. So I'll say, look, this PowerPoint's come from wherever. In this case, I might go, this PowerPoint's come from Click, wherever it is, which looks like a Santos or someone. And so then if something's on there that you don't really agree with, you say, well, look, this is be different for us because. The other way you can do it is if you have a certain background that you always like to use, then you could add it into the PowerPoint, so that way it's as a template, so the PowerPoints always look like yours. So that's a kind of handy tip to go through. Right. In Google Advanced Search, as I said, you can adjust file type. You can also look at date and domain. So we used .edu just then, but if I take this out, I now have 736 websites. However, they're not necessarily going to be all, it could be anybody can add these up. So here, so whilst they might seem interesting, it could just be it could be a company, it could be somebody who's just making something for fun. So you have to be careful about what stuff is on there. Okay.